I don't know if it's on yet.
Uh-huh.
Hi, everyone. I'm Barb.
And I'm Ed.
And we're the Streeters.
Streeters.
Welcome to the ARTyRV.
We had a lag time.
We had a lag time. Welcome to the ARTyRV channel and the stained glass Q&A tonight. Tonight's a special night. We've got some a new
pretty cool things going on.
A new thing that we're doing tonight. We're going to showcase a couple of our viewers' work. So we're looking forward to that. That'll be towards the end of the show. And we'll be answering your questions, and we'll have a glass chat. And
yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great show, Barb. You know, I really didn't realize how much last week's glass chat helped everybody.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I had no idea that when these people are teaching stained glass classes, that they don't spend a lot of time on learning how to cut glass and spending time on the properties of it. And the number one thing, apparently, like I explained it to you last week, you don't have to hear your cutter for it to be doing its job. So, and I'm glad, Barb, I'm real glad that glass chat last week helped everybody out, because we've had so many good things said about last week's glass chat.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, it's just really awesome. So I'm happy that you're happy that we all learned something last week, and we can continue that and mentor somebody, explain cutting glass to somebody in the way that I've explained it to y'all.
Hi, Joyce. Joyce is here. CM is here. Julie is here. So hi, everyone. We're going to wait a few minutes to let everyone join in. For those of you that don't know, Ed and I, we've been doing glass for over 35 years. And during the pandemic, we started this program on YouTube to continue teaching. So it's turned out to be pretty popular.
It really has. And to be able
to
share our knowledge of the stained glass industry with you guys is helpful to us, and we hope that it's helpful to you.
Yeah, we look forward to every Monday night and joining you guys.
We really
and talking and chatting. Ray's here. Christine is here.
So good to see everybody.
Yeah,
tonight.
Thank you for all the letters and emails.
Kind words.
And, yeah, it's been quite something this week. We've had a lot of correspondence. Larry Mary's here. He's in Albuquerque. So we have people from all across the country joining in tonight.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful evening here in South Carolina. So, and you know, last week everybody chimed in on the music that they like to listen to. Y'all, we are a very eclectic group of stained glass artists in our studio when we're working by ourselves.
Yeah, all types of music, just like all types of artwork.
And all types of people.
Yeah, and different parts of the country. We hope that you guys are having a good Memorial Day.
Yeah, that's right. It's a Memorial Day weekend, and you know, today's a day for a lot of things, but it's also a day to remember those who went before our forefathers and you know, gave the ultimate sacrifice so that we can live the way we do today, y'all. So don't ever forget that.
Kat St. Jane is here. Thomas Sharp is here. Welcome, everyone.
Hey, it's nice to have everybody on board tonight. That's awesome.
So I guess we're ready to start with our first question of the day. Katie from Massachusetts wants to know how to pack glass items.
Well, Katie, very carefully. No, I'm just kidding.
And write fragile on the box.
And right now, I will say this: if you write fragile on the box, that means let's kick it as far as we can. I hope not, but anyway, we're just gonna show you the basics about packing something up, and then we'll tell you how to finish it, because we can't just like wrap a whole package here for your question, but I want to show you this. Okay, so we're going to take this out.
Okay, let me
we're going to take this out,
get this camera here,
and Barb's going to put on camera number 2. And hey, while we're doing that, I want to thank everybody for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. When you do subscribe, go ahead and click the bell up on the top so that you'll be reminded every Monday night and every time we have a new video or a live show. All right, Barb, how we looking here?
I'm trying to get it
This is
focused.
good.
Okay,
It's
that's
focused.
good. Okay.
I'm using white paper, but it's best to use white tissue paper so that you don't get color on your stained glass project. So you want to wrap your stained glass project with a little bit of tissue paper first. Okay. And then we're going to put it. Now, this is the big bubble wrap, and I'm going to tell you why we use it. Because number one, the back side of the bubble wrap is smooth. That always goes against your project. Okay. You're not trying to protect the bubble. You're trying to protect your project. So we're going to take that. We're going to make sure that we have it pretty much centered. Okay, we're going to do this. And now we're going to wrap that up again. And then we're going to close this. And we're going to close this. Okay, now these are closed together. So then we have a piece of fairly heavy cardboard here. And the Postal Service that loves when we advertise for them. But then we're going to take another piece of cardboard and put that on top of it. Okay. So then we want to just take this and then we want to bubble wrap this with the heavy bubble wrap and then put this box that you just made into another box and make sure it fits snug. Don't let it slop around because y'all, let me tell you, when things break in shipping, it's because they're slopping around, not because they're fixed. If it's wobbling around inside the box and it's wobbling around before it even leaves you, you're going to have a problem. Okay. So I get glass shipped to me all the time in this bubble wrap, and I get 2 sheets in a box, 2 32 by 42 sheets cut into 16 by 21s. And they make it to me all the time. So if you'll use this tried and true packaging way to ship something, a box inside of a box, not slopping around, you will be fine. Don't you think, Barb?
Mm-hmm. That's good. A box.
The same way. A box in a box, and don't let it slop around because it moving around is what will break everything. So I hope that answers your question. Get some big bubble wrap. The small bubble wrap is not going to work. If you're shipping something, spend the extra money, get the big bubble wrap and use a little bit, a little bit of rigid cardboard and then put that box that you just made inside of another box. Whew, that's a lot. Boxing stuff is not for the weak of heart, y'all.
Yes. Kat St. James said that boxes are free from the Postal Service. So that's a good thing to know. And you can
well, they are
pretty much put a box in a box. You might have to get a bigger box
to put that inside of it. But
I don't know what UPS goes, how big they go. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah,
Free boxes are great. I don't know how they do it.
I had a glass 2 pieces of glass and some jewels sent to me in one of those little postal boxes the other day, and it made it just fine. But I'm gonna tell you, when I opened that box, there was no room for even air in that box. Okay, so it made it through the process because it couldn't move around.
Right. Okay, so let's see who's here. Christy Cannon is here. Human on Earth. Vicky G. Ray said, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And Kath St. Jane, of course, is here. So welcome, everyone. Thank you, Ed. That was good.
That was a good thumbs up, right? Wow. It's so good
yeah.
to have everybody here tonight. We had some we had some pretty good questions, during the week. And we had a great time last week. So many of y'all gave it wasn't just me, it was the channel. You gave Barbara and I and ARTyRV channel such wonderful comments last week about our glass chat and learning how to cut glass without listening to it.
Yeah. So we have been very busy organizing the studio to open the stained glass department back up for sales. We'll be
The
opening
retail sales.
the
yes.
retail sales. So we had to clean an area out.
We got the floors painted back there now.
So we'll show a video of all the changes that we've made here. I've been inventorying. I have the job of inventory for probably what you think 1,000 pieces of glass that are
That you've done in the last 2 weeks, but
That I've
there's
done.
probably 10,000 pieces of glass to go.
So we're going to be opening an eBay store, and we're going to be doing some new products.
So
And,
yeah, a lot of new products. And those of you that like to use faceted crystals in your stained glass work, you'll be able to go to our Etsy page and our eBay page. I'm sorry, not Etsy, our eBay page, and you'll be able to purchase jewels, not actually faceted prisms from chandelier parts to go into your stained glass.
For your spinners and things.
For your
like
spinners and things
We'll
like
have them
that.
in different
We've
colors.
got them, y'all. We've got them in different sizes, different lengths, different widths, different absolutely gorgeous prisms and what crystals.
Yeah. So what my
Crystals.
job is to sort everything. So I'm sorting anything that's chipped or cracked. It goes into one section because that'll be
Garden
upcycled.
art.
It'll be upcycled.
Yeah,
And
art
then the really
upcycled.
fine crystal and glass with no chips and no cracks is separated. And then
Yeah, we have
we have
yeah.
a huge selection for future
and we have
chandeliers.
glass chandeliers. We have 100-year-old Beaubouchers for the chandeliers. We have spreader bars. We have separators. We've got
Spreader bars. What are
I don't
spreader
know.
bars?
We've got things that I'm
He doesn't-
fascinated by the whole process because I want to learn how to fabricate and incorporate these crystal
He doesn't know what he's got
parts
himself into.
and be able to actually blow Barbara and I to make the shades and then add these lead crystal parts to it and form some really interesting lighting. So I'm looking forward to that. So
Right. Yeah, it's going to be a fun process. So that's why we haven't put out any new videos. I've had my hands in.
well, we had no idea we were getting this stuff either. So
We had to move it from a 2-story building,
we had to pack it
pack
first,
it and move
move
it.
it.
It was upstairs
and now we're
and into the
unpacking
store.
it
Now
and
I'm
inventorying
unpacking it, putting it in inventory. So it's quite a chore, but it's very rewarding because we've really found some beautiful pieces. Kat St. Jane said, a reminder, you can order that boxes from the post office. You can't pick them up there.
Right. They will ship them to you. Actually, it's like a package, shipping. They ship you a whole package of different size boxes. So it's really quite interesting. And we use it when we can. If we're shipping a sample of glass to a supplier or something, wow, what a great way to do it. And it gets there because it's tagged. So
Yeah. Okay. Another question. Pauline, if you're watching today, Ed said, we don't know.
in a nice way.
I left you a message on YouTube that said I wouldn't proceed if I were you. I would just kind of gracefully back off of that job if you don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with it, you can. I mean, you could have told them you would do it for $10,000, and if you're not comfortable with it, the money it's not all about money. It's about your sanity, and it's about being able to sleep at night. So
the joy of
the joy, and it's supposed to be fun. So you know what? If the joy is not there and the joy has left the room, don't fret over it, hon. Just go to the next one because I'm sure there's another one. Move on to the next job. That's right.
Okay. Another question came in as to where we order our glass from.
Well, we order it in a variety of different places. One of our suppliers is Sunshine Glass in Buffalo, New York. We also order directly from Kokomo in Indiana, and if with a large enough order, we can order from Paul Wismac Corporation. So,
Franklin, we order from.
Well, Franklin. We order. That's right. We do order from Franklin Art Glass. I found Franklin Art Glass for my framing materials and a lot of unusual glasses. Franklin is the person to be there. You can also order from Ed Hoy's International if you want to do that. But
now Palmetto Art Glass Company in Greer, South Carolina, will they have more?
Yeah, they'll be getting more inventory in, and so you can always check with them at Palmetto Mirror and Art Glass Corporation in Greer, South Carolina. Speak with Alan, and he'll be happy to help you out and let you know what he's got in stock. Because I tell you, the dilemma that we're all having. Okay, now one of my suppliers just got a big shipment of Wismac glass in, but they've been waiting a year and a half on Kokomo glass. Well, you know, Kokomo had a tornado, and a couple of their big pots on their furnace got messed up, and they're back up and running. But if you can imagine, they have a what's called, and y'all have probably seen the video online, but they have a beehive furnace, 12 different colors, 12 different ports. And you can imagine if something goes down, you can't just light one up. You're going to have to make sure the whole thing's going.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out whether that was is that the way it is now?
I think,
or did they rebuild it the same
you know,
way?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Be interesting to find out.
Because you remember the furnace that we learned how to blow glass at had 6 ports. Remember that?
At Wheaton.
At Wheaton Village. And man, let me tell you, that was an awesome afternoon, Barb.
Yep, sure was.
Thanks for that trip. I appreciate it.
Okay, so if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer them. Chrissy said, geez, could you imagine a tornado at a glass company? No, I cannot.
I couldn't even fathom that. It would be terrible.
Mimi's here and says happy Memorial Day.
Hey,
hi, Mimi.
Happy Memorial Day to everybody.
Okay, now let's see. Another question. The viewer was listening to, I guess they were watching one of our live streams, and we talked about cleaning with baking soda. They wanted to know, is there a formula? Do you make a paste?
Well, you know,
process?
Like Barb and I were talking because it works so well. You know, I don't know that I'd make a paste, because what you're using the baking soda for, baking soda is a neutralizer. Like if you get heartburn from eating too much pizza, just take a little bit of baking soda and some water, and it'll neutralize that acid as well. But you could probably, I don't know that I'd make a paste, but you would definitely want to wet it down and clean it with the baking soda. Maybe baking soda and water, you know, just because it's not going to hurt. It's definitely not going to hurt your hands. It's going to make your fingernails nice and white. But I would go ahead and just, I don't know. I think I would probably just mix it up and put it on in a little squeegee bottle and either spray it on there and wipe it off or something like that. Do it simple. Don't reinvent the wheel, because all you're doing is you're eliminating what you used to use to clean the glass with. You're neutralizing the acid, and your patinas are going to work the way they're designed to work. So,
okay. Gary Pedway. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. How long did it take you to learn to do stained glass? Gary wants to know.
You know what, Gary? I still learn every day. I learn something every day. I learned something the other day.
36 years.
Yeah, 36 years. And
maybe more than that.
Well,
no,
actually, no, with me, because it's
47 years.
It'll be 42. Yeah, it'll be 42 years. So actually, I do learn something every time. I learn something mainly every time I approach a restoration or a repair job, because I'm looking at the person before me's work, and now I got to figure out. I'm a big fan of nobody knowing that I've been in your window. Okay, when I replace a piece of glass in your window, I don't want you to even know where it is, let alone remember where it was. So I would prefer for you to not even know about where I am in your window. But learning stained glass, and I feel like I learn something every time I work. So if you quit learning something, then that doesn't mean you know everything. What it means is that you need to pay a little more attention to what you're doing, because it's there. You'll learn it. So I guess 42 years would be the answer to that. And I'm still learning.
Good question, Gary. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Gary. But if you, it's like life, you know, you learn every day. You learn. So
Thomas Sharp said that he orders from Guy Summer. That's who he orders from.
okay, are they out on the Thomas is in Albuquerque?
I can't remember. Where are you, Thomas?
Where are you, Thomas?
I don't know that.
Where's Guy Sharp at?
Guy Summer.
Oh, Guy Summer. Where's he at? I'm gonna
I
write
don't
that down.
Brenda Craig is here.
Hey, Brenda.
Human on Earth said the baking soda made his patina pop.
It does. Well, you know what it does is your patinas are designed to, they're metal oxides for tin, not lead. Okay, they're for tin. So when you're using a 60-40 lead or a 60-40 solder, 60-10, 40 lead, and you clean your solder correctly, that patina will definitely, because it's a high tin content, it's going to tin that tin, believe me, and it's going to be pretty. So I'm hoping that all these little tricks that we're teaching you guys and sharing with you, I really do hope they help you, because they will change your work.
Thomas is in PA. He's in Long Island.
Okay.
Thomas posted a link for Guy here. I don't see it, Thomas. But okay, I don't see it.
Well, you know, you never have too many suppliers, because we do a lot of restoration and
But
repair
you got
work.
the name right? Yes.
Yeah. So we do a lot of restoration and repairs, and not everybody has what we're looking for. But if I can add another supplier to a list and go ahead and get set up with them as a wholesale purchaser, and send them all the information that they need, then that's what we're going to do, because you never ever have enough suppliers.
Okay, and wait a minute, Christine. I guess she didn't see the show about the baking soda. So her question is, do you mix anything with your patina to make it blacker? And we were just talking about that.
Christina, we were just talking about that. So what you're going to do is do that exact beautiful soldering that everybody does. And then when you clean it, before you patina the window, you want to clean it with water and baking soda mixed, and clean the window really well, because the baking soda neutralizes the acid from the flux, cleans the window perfectly. And your black patina is designed to oxidize tin. So when you clean it really well, it's going to oxidize it like nobody's business. And that's what everybody's talking about. That simple trick that takes your work to another level, all over a little box of baking soda. Go figure, y'all.
Yeah, so just clean it as normal after you get, you're trying to get the flux off of it, because that flux, that residue is what keeps that patina
from not turning black.
From turning black. So if you clean it, we promise.
Neutralize it.
It'll be much better.
Bzz, neutralize it.
Okay, Pauline is here, and she wants to thank us for our thoughts. She's been doing this for a long time also, and customers could be tough, but it's a lesson to learn. And that's really true. Sometimes you just have to. Doesn't work out.
Yeah. And you know what? You telling them that it's not going to work out like that makes you the bigger person, and that, you know what they're going to do? They're going to recommend you to somebody else. And hopefully it'll be a good job for you.
Christine understands now. Vicky G is here. Hi, Vicky. And
thanks for the thumbs up, Vicky. We appreciate that.
We appreciate that. So I've got another question. If anyone has a question, have I got everyone's question? Oh, let's see if I missed anything. Okay, I think we're good. What type of surface do you cut on?
Well, you know what? Go ahead, hon.
This viewer said that he was told never to let his cutter hit the table, but he noticed that you do. So he was wondering what kind of surface you use. And
You know, my dad used to say, "Do as I say, not as I do," and I love him for it.
So, what's your answer?
My
Steve?
answer is, my answer is I cut my art glass, my stained glass, on a plywood table covered in paper, and I keep it swept. The other surface you should really always cut on a firm surface, but if you think about it, plywood's actually quite soft on the top. Okay, so a plywood table covered with felt, like pool table felt, is a great surface to cut glass on, and it also sweeps up real nice. You can get all the little slivers off of it. In the back, where we cut thick glass, 1/4 inch glass, 3/8 glass, 1/2 inch glass, we use a carpeted table. It's a little thicker than felt, maybe 1/4 of an inch. It's more like an indoor outdoor kind of thing. So, but anyway, if for your stained glass, you can use plywood with a piece of paper on it, like I do. I don't have any felt tables just because I don't feel the need for them. And yeah, you know what? I do come off the end with my glass cutter, but I'm going to tell you this. If you come off the end with your glass cutter and you're not on a firm surface, okay, you're not on a firm surface, you're going to crack the glass because you're putting all the pressure you're putting on it, you know? So when we get to glass chat, we'll talk a little bit about how Ed cuts glass. And I come off the edge, yeah, but I don't come off hard. I very rarely, and I mean very rarely, break a piece of glass because I came off the edge. So.
Thank you, Ed. Okay. Do we have any more questions from our viewers? Are you ready for a glass chat?
We can. I got a couple of things that, you know.
Got some things you want to chat about?
Yeah, we're going to chat about it.
All right. Let me see. Let me see what we got and what you need. Glass chat. Glass chat.
Chat.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Here we are. Okay. We good?
I think we're good.
Okay.
So, hey, everybody, you can see my hands down here. We're talking about glass tonight in the glass chat. And we're also going to talk about things that keep coming up. And so we want to answer them and just, you know, go ahead and so that everybody knows, or the people that are asking these questions can write it down. And then we'll have that, you know, taken care of for you. So the first thing out of the box is, Ed, what do you use if you don't use zinc to frame your windows? What do you use? I use this right here. Okay. I use this right here. This is the wood that I use. It is 1 3/8 inches across this way. It's 3/4 of an inch this way. This groove down the center is 5/16, and it's 3/8 of an inch deep. This is what I use for my framing. I purchased this from Franklin Art Glass in Ohio. And I usually try to buy, it's really with the shipping, you should try to at least buy 8 sticks of it if you can to make the shipping worthwhile. So anyway, this is finished oak. You can paint it. It's already been sanded. It is sweet, sweet, sweet stuff. Okay. This I like. I like it a lot. Another thing is a couple questions come in about what do you do with when you got letters and numbers and all that? Well, I found probably the best book on the market. And the reason I say that is because it's been on the market for 30 plus years. This same book, I don't know how many copies of it we've sold or had, but this book here, okay, this is the alphabet book, everybody. Okay, it's the alphabet book. Inside this book, of course, are full-size patterns, but I want you to see the different letters and the numerals. Okay. And then the most important part about this book, y'all, this book right here, by Wardell Publications. Wardell, they're like stained glass gurus when they're printing. They print a lot of the different stained glass books. But this one here, this author actually takes the time to explain to you that when you're putting words into stained glass, the words have to go with the window, and she explains to you how to make the two coincide with each other, and it takes all of the worry away about adding lettering or words or numerals to your stained glass. So anyway, this is a nice little book right here. And I see this price tag. This is probably 20-year price tag, $10.50.
Yeah, I'm looking it up now.
This is probably a $20 book.
$15.95, $12.70.
But this book right here, this is a great book for you to add to your book collection, because this one actually not only does it have some patterns, but it explains to you for future reference how to make numerals and letters work in any window that you can design. It's awesome. I love it.
Turn it the other way. I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading it. Now I can read it, but
we can read it. Okay.
So anyway, that is a great book, y'all. I mean, it's a great book. Okay. So that's two things that I wanted to talk to you about tonight.
Okay.
And I think that that's really awesome. So our gentleman that says I drive off the end of the glass. You're right, my friend. I do. And I'm going to start right here. Okay. You heard it, and I believe you saw it. Okay. Yeah, I do come off of that end. But because I'm coming off on plywood, see that? It'll flake the glass a little bit, and I'm not doing that on purpose. That's just a little bit too hard, but I wanted you to see it. But you can come off, okay? Ideally, you come off lightly. Don't come off really hard, okay? So this is another piece of this glass that I'm gonna show y'all about the not hearing your cutter all the time. And here we go. That was really something, but I didn't hear my cutter all the time, but watch. Okay. Now you can imagine that right here, where all this white is stacked up, that's where I didn't hear my cutter going across the glass. But then when you get down here, and this purple that's made with manganese is a very soft glass, everybody. Purple is soft, just like the black is soft. So don't fret about not hearing your glass cutter scoring the glass. And it doesn't mean you have to push harder. What it means is you have to pay attention and keep the same score from start to finish. And now, y'all, the big hit of the day. I'm going to show you this.
I just put that book in the description.
Okay, and I told y'all I'd show you one sheet of glass for the big project that we're doing each week. This is a Kokomo.
Let me just go. Okay, you're going to lay it down? Okay.
I'm going to lay it down. It's better,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
This is a Kokomo, y'all. Kokomo 607G. Now, y'all, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, the reason we got a lot of the granite texture is because the way the LED lighting from behind these windows, we want some refraction, but Also, inside the dining room, we want some texture. So let me flip this over and just show you. I'm just going to flip this over, and we're going to get a little bit different view of what this glass looks like. Now, look at that. Okay, so I get the light just right. You can see the G on that for the granite. So you can imagine this is sunlight
and I have
on the water, and I can see it. I can actually see some clouds across the top of here, you know, right? Like, look at that.
and I have a picture of it backlit too, and from the page from the ocean.
Yeah, so Barb's going to show you. She went back to the Oceana page, and this is a number 607. So she's going to go to number 7.
Find the 607.
And it's backlit. There it is, right there.
There it is.
That's it, backlit. This one doesn't have quite as many, as much amber in it. But I did want to show you this, and I surely hope that you like this glass here. And don't forget, we're going to tune in next week to Glass Chat, get you a brand new sheet of glass, something some of you may have seen and something none of you maybe have seen either. So tune in next week for the next week's Glass Chat. And this is it. We're going back to Barb in the studio from camera 2.
Okay. All right. Let's go here. There we go.
So Barb, I wanted to remind everybody, if I can, maybe I can't, I don't know. So I want to remind everybody to that are back in the wings, waiting wings back there, go ahead and subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and while you're there, you know, ring that bell, because that's your notification bell, everybody.
Do that again.
And they will notify you. It'll notify you when we're up for a live video or we're having a live chat here in the studio like we are tonight. And that, my friends, is every Monday night at 7 p.m. here in the ARTyRV Glass Studio with Ed and Barb, right here in beautiful downtown Conway, South Carolina.
Beautiful South Carolina. Okay.
Yeah.
So
if y'all are wondering what this piece of artwork is behind us, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. A very dear friend of ours made that for us and gave it to us as an opening for our new gallery that was downtown about 18 years ago, right?
This is right.
So we've had this. The piece of glass is fused glass and pottery, clay, okay? It's fused glass and clay. The title of the piece is entitled Breaking Through. Now the statue in the center is that of a woman who is carrying a bundle of broken shards of glass, and she's breaking through the wall of clay and glass to the front of the room.
She's breaking through the glass ceiling.
The glass ceiling, breaking through.
Yeah.
Awesome, right?
Yeah, it's got stained glass, it's got clay, it's got
fused glass,
all kind of pataver, and
it's very interesting.
It's really a good piece.
And our friend that gave that to us wasn't an award-winning sculptor. She's a very interesting lady, and we were friends for about 30 years before she passed away.
Okay, so yes, Casey, you did catch a live, and okay, for some reason, okay, there we go. I'm not sure why here we go. Okay, let me know if I've missed a question, please. Joyce said she likes your lime green. No, Christy said she likes your lime green breakers.
My lime green running pliers.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to send you a pair of them.
And Joyce said she realized that she'd been holding hers upside down. That's why it wouldn't work. Yeah, you got to we always mark the top of ours because when you're working, sometimes it does get turned around.
There's a little black line right there on top. And always keep that screw in there so that I know, I mark them. I even mark my grousing pliers just so, because you don't always think when you're picking something up.
So we welcome everyone that made it to the live tonight. That's awesome. It's good to see everyone.
It's great. Thanks for tuning in, because when you guys, we do this for you. It's not because we don't have anything to do and we want to just do it. We do this for you, and we're doing it so that we can share our knowledge of stained glass with everybody that tunes in. And if you ask us a question, please don't be shy. We won't call you out of the box or anything, but ask us a question. If you're stumped with something, that's what we're here for. We'd be happy to help.
Jerry said she has trouble locating transparent pink glass.
Yeah, you probably do. Bullseye makes a beautiful cranberry pink. I have some G&A pink if you're interested in it. Antique G&A, German new antique, mouth blown antique. I have that in pink, transparent.
But who I'm not sure who makes pink, but it's
because of the metal, the raw materials it requires to make pink, unless it's already sold, your manufacturers probably aren't going to make it. You know, if you want to make 200 pounds of pink, you probably have to put $5,000 worth of gold in it. So think about that. And that's real gold. The metal gold, y'all. The metal gold. Put pressure real hard on a small piece of red glass and let it start to flake a little bit, and the gold will come right to the surface.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Because I think it's almost time for us to go ahead and go to our viewer showcase.
Our viewer showcase tonight, Barb. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Oh, those were my horns, my Roman horns blowing.
Okay.
So, guys, welcome to the new viewer showcase. Our first night at the ARTyRV Glass Studio channel. We hope you enjoy this little thing that Barbara has put together for you.
Yeah, so we had some viewers that sent us some work, and the first one up is Ray's stained glass clock project. He was challenged with making a glass clock with his customer's logo, and this is what he's doing.
Ray, I'm gonna tell you what, man, I am so impressed with the clock, and I really can't wait to see it. And I'm sure that
thumbs up, right?
Yeah, thumbs up to you, my friend. I'm sure that the LED lighting will work better than the incandescent lighting, because you do have an oak frame to put it in. So I would try with the LED first before you even purchase any incandescent lighting. So
Ray says he normally makes lamps, but his customer wanted him to make this clock. And so he said he has to modify the hands a bit. So he's still working on it. But thank you, Ray. We really do appreciate you sharing this really cute little project. And you're going to send us a picture of the finished piece, right?
Yeah, send us a picture of the finished work. And you know what, Ray? Thank you for the kind words, my friend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we enjoyed your letter too. Thank you so much. Okay, and next up is A.K. Martinez. A.K.
Well, A.K. is in Texas, right?
Right.
She's from Texas.
That's right. And she wrote us a really sweet letter. This is some people that she works with. And I just want to read a little bit of the letter because it's so sweet. I wanted to share pictures of pieces I finished and gifted to a doctor that I advocate with here in Texas, and the owner of the dispensary that I mentioned before. Both have been helping veterans recently, and I wanted to do something to show my appreciation. So she did these for the people that are helping the veterans. And,
oh, this is awesome.
That was her part.
You know, anything that we can do out there to help these veterans that are back home now, and you know, their lives have been changed forever. Anything we can do to help them, and working with veterans, A.K. Martinez, is just awesome. And I love the way you've incorporated the state of Texas in that sun catcher there. That is just really, really something.
She said, you have no idea the joy and pride learning this craft and being able to produce a piece that makes others say, wow, and that they actually like. And she went on to say,
they really mean that they actually like it.
They mean it. And it helps her enormously on bad days that she's having to see those beautiful pieces in her studio. So thank you for sharing that. And next up is Christy. Christy,
April, I'm going to go out on a limb here and thank you for your service.
Christy, we met Christy last year. She purchased a kiln from us, and we've talked back and forth, and she's a regular on our program. And this is some of Christy's work. Now, Christy did a piece for the
North Carolina Aquarium at Wilmington.
In Wilmington. And none of us have a picture of that. It's in the magazine. I haven't been able to capture a good picture yet because the lighting was reflecting off funny.
And because it's in a magazine, that's kind of a little bit difficult.
So anyway, we're going to get a picture and share that with you in the future. But these are a few of her photos.
Christy, your work is awesome. It's really beautiful. I love the way that you've mixed fusing and painting on glass along with overlays and, mixing up your work a little bit, both with lead and copper foil.
That's a close-up of those bunny
really
rabbits,
pretty.
And they are precious. I just love them. They're sweet.
Everybody that sent us in work this week, your work is awesome.
This is a good piece too. The colors are good. And a turkey. Very nice.
Very nice. I mean, thumbs up.
And there's Christy. This picture was taken when she bought the kiln at the beach, and with her little doggy, Aldi, yes, her dog. Aldi.
Yeah. So
Thank you,
Christy, and the day she picked up the kiln, we met her dad, and so we hope your dad's feeling better. Give him a thumbs up for us, Christy, and thanks again for everything.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to send us work, what you need to do is pictures of your work. Go to conwayglass.com. Go to the ARTyRV.
Glass Studio.
Studio, and you'll see a form there that you can fill out. Send us. I would like to send you photos, and that way we'll capture your email and we'll send you a link back as to how you can send those photos in. So real easy. Just fill out the form and let us know you want to
send us some photos in for next week's.
Yeah, we just take first come, first serve. Right now, I may have some photos that you've sent me in the past that we weren't set up to share online. If you want to send those to us again, then we'll go ahead and put them up. But I can't. There's no way to go back through the email.
No, we can't. It's too far back, and we were just talking about that today too.
Yeah,
doing some other things.
Yeah, the emails are kind of
overwhelming.
But they're good. They're good. We're having fun. Okay. So do we have any questions? Do we have any more questions?
Any questions tonight about what's going on in stained glass?
Thank you guys for sharing that with us.
Okay. So, hey, tonight's question, everybody chime in. What's your favorite color?
Favorite color.
Favorite color. Just one. What's your favorite color?
Hand me that little thing right there. Favorite color. Favorite color. Blue.
There's blue.
Red. Red. Lime green. Ooh. Blue, yellow. I missed the yellow. There you go. Is that yellow?
That's lime green, Barb. That's good.
That's a good lime green. That's as yellow as it gets. So maybe this is yellow.
So I want y'all to know that in that window where the glass is fused, you remember that during Halloween you could buy the little rubber bats and the little rubber creepy crawlers and all that. That is exactly what's in those fused pieces. Are the little cast rubber bats.
What are you talking about?
In that breaking through window, the little rubber bats.
Oh yeah.
And the little rubber salamanders. She was something.
She was something. Hey, I need some questions. Emerald green.
Emerald green.
I don't know. That was a pretty good choice there. That's like a What is
Emerald
it?
green. I think I got emerald on the stage here.
I think it's emerald. Yeah. See question from above. Okay. Where is it?
Larry Mary, keep going back. Go ahead.
I'm looking, Larry. I don't know how I missed it. Do you see it?
Oh, whoa. Hey, Gary. Good to see you, my dear friend in
I
Houston.
told you, Gary Petaway.
I'm sorry.
I told him. Didn't I
Gary,
tell him,
good to
Gary?
see you, man.
He's the one that asked how long it took you to learn stained glass.
Oh.
He never listens.
Gary. Hey, he's known that for 50
Did you
years.
listen in high school?
There it is.
Okay. Larry, Mary. See question above. Okay.
Okay.
Larry, could you tell me where it is? Because I can't find it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See question from above.
Magical lighting. Yes, it is magical lighting. See question from above. Okay, Larry. So you just saw Gary was here.
Yeah, and Gary asking me how long I've been doing stained glass. Gary is a painter, and I'm sure that and I'm fortunate enough to own one of his works that hangs in our dining room. However, like you, Gary, every time you paint, we learn something, or you learn something. So it's really awesome to be able to share our talents with people around us. I know that.
I found Larry's question.
What's his question?
Have you heard of adding a few grains of kosher salt to black patina to make it darker?
Let me tell you all a secret. It doesn't, Larry, it doesn't necessarily make it darker, but let me tell you what it will do. You can take a vase cap for a lamp, and they're brass, okay? Steel wool it, put a little packet of salt like would come in your Kentucky Fried Chicken meal or whatever with your spork.
Or you could use
Table
kosher
salt, kosher
Yes.
salt. Put a little bit in that, and then wipe that on the brass vase cap, and that the salt is what will help turn the brass vase cap black patina color. So
Now, do you
without having to tin the cap.
Okay. Do you think that the cap having, because those caps seem like they have an oil like on them to
Mm-hmm.
keep the brass from turning. Do you think if you use baking soda, it would work on the vase cap as well?
I'm sure it probably would, because they do have an oil on them. I mean, they're pressed. So when they press those vase caps, Barb, the machine has to have some sort of a lubricant on it so that it's not, wearing out the parts. So.
Ed's father used to use salt to get the patina to go black. Yes.
On brass. Oh, I like the emerald green right there.
Yeah, that's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll leave that up for a little while.
Mimi wants to know how your hip is doing.
My hip is doing great. I am cane free now, and I'm back to work about 7 hours a day. So it's really pretty good. I'm up to about 5,000 steps a day now, and I can get in and out of the car fine. And you know what? Thank you for asking, and every one of you on the live stream tonight, thank you for all your prayers, because it worked.
Yeah, it did.
And Barbara said I'm a good patient.
He is a good patient. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all, I waited so long for that hip. I was not going to do anything detrimental to hurt it, I promise you.
That's true. None of that.
There's none of that going on.
Okay, so are there any other questions? You guys, I hope you all had a great week. Larry is orange. I don't know what that means. Oh, Larry is orange badge. Okay. Okay.
There you go. Let's get orange.
Okay. So glad to see you're better.
I'm glad to be better. I promise you.
And those of you that also have health issues, we know that people are struggling now. You know, this time is kind of hard for a lot of people. And so we send in prayers to all of you.
Yeah. I believe it works. I really believe it.
With everything that's happening in the world, everyone can always use a few extra prayers. AK had one and mine is under hers. Okay, how am I missing these questions? Okay, let's go. Working on making bee plant steaks tonight. Only made one outdoor piece before, but I keep getting white residue, wax, right? Or corrosion. Help.
What it probably is dry wax. Or it could be you need to drop back and use the baking soda method to clean your window before you patina it. And then you want to make sure that you wash, you know, after you do all that patina and you wash it, just because you wash it with baking soda, y'all, you're not done washing it yet. You've got to patina it. And then you need to wash it with warm soapy water. And then you need to wax it. So just, you know, once the baking soda hits it, you still have 2 more steps to go. And you got to make sure you get that wax off, because if you're getting white, it's wax, or green, because if you're using turtle wax like we have on our page, that'll take you over to Amazon and get that turtle wax that we use on our windows. You don't get all that off, if you don't buff all that out correctly, it's going to turn white. Been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And outdoors, things are funny. It's, you know,
well,
you
things
have to
oxidize outside much faster.
You just have to keep after them too. Make sure they're clean before you wax them. Joyce wanted to know, when making boxes, how do you keep them square? Hers are always wonky.
Well, first of all, it's imperative, Joyce, and it's, if your glass is out just a little tiny bit, your box is going to be wonky. If you're not, you know, if you're making a 4x6 box, the bottom is the only thing that's 4x6. That's it. Your 2 sides are 6 inches long by however tall your box is. The 2 long sides. The 2 short sides are 4 inches plus an eighth, which means 4 1/4 by whatever the height is. And then you solder those together and your box won't be wonky, because they can't help. They got to be straight.
Maybe we should demonstrate that. One thing you always want to do is use a straight edge.
To cut your glass, period.
When you're cutting the glass. And when you take it to the grinder, don't spend a lot of time on the grinder. Just go zip, because you want to maintain that straight line.
If you cut a straight edge and then you go to the grinder, it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Don't spend any time there.
Yeah, that
quickly grind it. Keep that edge.
Yeah, keep that edge. That's right. Because you know what? There's 2 lines that are very hard to do. It's hard to grind a straight line, and it's hard to cut a straight line without a straight edge. And you can't you can't keep a flat piece of glass square on a grinder. You can't do it. You can't do it, because it's going to, every little different pressure in your hand is going to create a little wobble all the way down the glass, and you're not going to be able to do it. Maybe make a note of that box thing.
Okay, so Mary Haycraft is late coming in, but she's been making some business card holders for a show this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, those are great.
Great to have shows back in the realm of things.
Well, good luck at your show. And then Pauline said she heard us mention volcano glass. Is there a place where they sell it? I don't think that you heard that here.
Not here.
Not here.
Not here. Sorry.
But when you find out where it is, let us all know. Mary Beth Massey is here from the Texas Panhandle.
Nice to see you, Mary Beth. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
And Human on Earth wants to know, what project are we currently working on for fun?
For fun, what is that?
Fun is every day in this glass shop.
Actually, it is every day.
I'm having a heck
We're
of
having
a
a
good
big
time.
time. Yeah.
Just getting things organized and ready. We have new things. We have a new eBay store coming up in August.
We have a new
Stained glass
retail
opens in
shop opening.
September. Gallery opens mid-October. Pumpkins go on sale. Ornament sales start mid-October.
Mid-October. So we got a lot going on, and we have a 280 square foot stained glass job that we're working on. That's completion date January, February of 2023.
And between that time, we have several stained glass windows that he'll be working on. He just finished up.
I'll be finishing one this week, starting another one next week, and we're rocking.
We're rocking. So yeah, we're going to be taking photos for this upcoming.
We're doing about one window and one restoration a week.
So the upcoming window that we have is of the Marsh Walk in
Merle's Inlet, South Carolina.
If you've ever been there, it's beautiful. A lot of fun stuff happens there every weekend, and so it should be fun. We're going out in the boat, taking photos, and we'll have that for you to see when we transfer it into our pattern making program.
And then we'll be ordering our printer here in the next.
So we have a lot of things coming up. We're just like in the organization stage.
Well, we've been so disorganized for so long. Not really disorganized, y'all. That's a poor choice of words. We've been so busy, even during the pandemic, that we haven't had time to really stay organized. How about that? Because at one time we were very organized. But we're getting it back because we've got a lot. We got the chief flowing.
Okay.
We got the chief flowing, Barb.
Okay. Do we have any other questions? Okay. It's nice to see everyone here tonight. It was a great live stream. Y'all are a great group. Got a lot of good things happening. So send us those pictures. Go on to our website.
Yeah, send us a couple pictures. Don't go like overboard and send us your portfolio, but send us some pictures.
Just a few pictures of your best work that you'd like to share. And those of you that have sent us pictures in the past, please, if you have my email, you can send them there. But those of you that don't have that contact information, go to the
yeah, and if it's okay, Ray, I have those pictures of those lamps that you sent me a while back. If it's okay with you, I'll forward those to Barb and see if we can't get those put up for you too.
And then Christy will get your big
your big
project
magazine project up for you, huh?
So if there's no more questions, I think we're going to head on out and enjoy the rest of our Memorial Day holiday.
Yeah, we sure are.
We hope that you guys have a nice evening.
Please do. And don't forget what today's all about.
Thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Love and joy from the ARTyRV Glass Studio channel here in beautiful